Hello everyone and welcome back to another disc battle, this time between the 2019 sensation, the CryZtal Luna, against the 2020 sensation, the Tour Series Z Luna. I'm very happy to say when looking at the profile and the feel in the hand, they feel almost identical, which is fantastic because that means that the majority of the differences between these discs is actually in the flight. Now, one of the first things that I noticed while throwing the Tour Series Z Luna over the CryZtal is that the Tour Series had a little bit more resistance to turning over in the mid-flight, which allowed it to actually start hyzering out faster, while the CryZtal flipped up to flat, held straight longer before hyzering out. Here is another good example from a powered down standstill. You can see that the Tour Series holds that nice arcing hyzer line all the way to the ground, whereas the CryZtal actually flattens out, holds straighter. It does still hyzer, but again, it has that straighter line. It doesn't just hold the arcing hyzer. When seeing the flight of both of these discs, even when thrown on similar hyzer lines, just how different their flight characteristics are, really leads me to believe that you can take advantage of both the shot shaping abilities of these, and you can bag both. I think for kind of more windier days, or when you need that slight extra fade at the end of the flight, that's where you're really going to want to use this Tour Series. I think that's where it excels. If you need something that's going to hold straight, something around an anhyzer like this, the CryZtal is going to hold the anhyzer longer. You can see again here, the Tour Series does hold the anhyzer, but it does fade out, versus the CryZtal, it does want to level out, but it holds that anhyzer much longer. So let's go ahead and take a look at the flight paths side by side. When thrown on a hyzer, they are almost identical flight paths, but you can just see the Tour Series Z has just a little bit longer finish to it. Same thing when thrown on more of a hyzer flip. They're both very flat to start, but the Tour Series fades out earlier. CryZtal holds straight a little bit longer. And when thrown flat, the Tour Series Z kind of hyzers out just a little bit earlier, whereas the CryZtal gets a little bit more mid-flight turn to it. Both of these plastic types are absolutely amazing, and I strongly would recommend either of them, but we have to crown a champion. To kick things off, the CryZtal is by far the straightest flyer. It will hold a frozen rope line if you throw it with power. However, speaking of power, the Tour Series holds it better. As we saw from the earlier clips, it has a little bit more late stability, so it can really hold that extra torque. And for durability, it's pretty even. They're premium plastic discs, so they're going to hold those flight characteristics for quite some time. Versatility, however, is going to go on the side of the CryZtal Luna. You want to throw it on a turnover, you want to throw it absolutely dead straight, or power down and throw it on a slight hyzer. The CryZtal Luna definitely can hit all those shots very easily. When it comes down to the cost and availability, this is where the Tour Series really stands out over the CryZtal. As it is with most Lunas, it is always difficult to find Lunas, and also on the third-party market, they do fetch a high price, and CryZtal really does more than any other. You could get 3, maybe 4 Tour Series Lunas for the same price of a CryZtal, and there are a lot more Tour Series out there. So definitely the Tour Series is much more manageable to get and easier to get backups than the CryZtal. So which plastic comes out on top? For me, it is the Tour Series Z Luna, mostly for the fact that it is a lot cheaper and much more accessible than the CryZtal. When it comes down to the actual flight, I almost prefer the CryZtal. As I said, it's a lot more versatile. However, I do like that if the wind is up, you can throw the Tour Series Z and it's going to hold up a lot better in the wind, and it can still hit those similar lines as the CryZtal as long as you give it a little more power. Alright everyone, so that is a wrap. I hope all of you enjoyed the video. As always, please like, subscribe if you haven't, and also share this video. Big shout out to all of you, the community, Discraft, Riverside Pro Shop. You all are awesome. Until next time, keep banging them chains.